Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Learn with Omii. And in the previous lecture, we learn about Python operators. Now, in this lecture, we are going to learn about conditional statement. So this is our lecture number 8, and we are going to learn more about conditional statement, how the statements are going to be work, and which conditions they need to follow, and how they are going to give answer true or false. That all things we are going to learn in this conditional statement. So what is objective? So why means how the decision making is going to be done, or we are going to understand the core concept about decision making system and logic controls in this chapter. And going to the syntax clear effect, learn the precise structure of simple, and also if you are having any alternative if and else and change if else ladder. So this also we are going to learn in this lecture. And talking about interactive logics, how the voter eligible case example or password is error or any pop-up message, that how it is going to be judged with the help of this logic we are going to learn in this all video. Now continue how the Instagram is going to know that your passport has entered very accurately correctly, and how the pop-up message is going to be here. Let's see one example. You think that you are going to log in your account, Instagram account, and you have the input that is up of your secret password. But when the password is going to be correct, at that time they let the user is going to be view their feed. But if the password is not going to be correct, that time the access is going to be denied, or you will get the error message thrown by the Instagram. So this comes under the if else condition. So this is a real life scenario or the concept where the conditional statements are going to be used. For example, take the age requirement. Now, if age is greater than 18, at that time the voter is going to be eligible to give the vote. So this is an also an conditional statement. Now, if the battery is less than 20, then it is going to say that low battery pop-up message. This is also going to be enact in the conditional way. Now, if the weather is greater than 40%, then it will say that hot weather warning. So this is also depending upon the condition. So see how this condition is going to be work. That first we are going to understand what is the conditional. A conditional statement allows a Python program to perform different paths of execution based on the true or false conditional test. Now, how it is going to be evaluate? First, the outcome is true, then the target logic execute. Otherwise, the entire block is going to be bypassed completely, and the else statement is going to see in this image. Now, the start. If the person age is 18, right, it will check the person. I can't write properly. Just assume that person age is 18. Now it will test that condition. If the person is greater than 18, then the condition will be true and it will be eligible for vote here, right? And the condition it will test. If the person age is not greater than 18, then we are going to be execute the false else body that the person is not going to eligible for vote. And in this way, the loop is going to be exit. So this you can understand the flow how the conditional statement is going to be work. Here are some basic examples with the operator that you are going to be see now. Now see here equal to operator. Now the meaning is that see in this example, now 10 is equal to true. Now it is true, right? The Boolean result it shows the true. And this is a not equal to. Now 5 is not equal to 5. Obviously this is false, right? So this Boolean result is going to be show the false. Now 10 is greater than 5, it is true. So the Boolean result get true. 10 is less than 5, it is false. Now 18 is greater than equal to 18. 18 is greater than 18, it is false, but 18 is equal to 18, it is true. It is going to judge by this greater than or equal to symbol both. So in all cases, what happens if one statement is true, then the all other statement is already true. If 12 is less than 10, no. So it is going to show the false. So in this way, the comparison operators are going to be work. and the Boolean result you are going to show in the true or false. Now the simple if statement is that you will write if and you will put some condition, and after that you are going to put two semicolons, right? Two dots we can say. Then you are having the statement 2. This is the simplest conditional check that the code blocks only execute if the targeted condition text as completely true. Let's see the practical example of that now. Taking the oat age verification, that if age is equal to 20, now age is, we are given that age is equal to 20, right? Age is equal to, I can't write properly because this is an writing with the laptop screen mouse. So now check that age is equal to 20. And if age is greater than 18, then we are going to print that eligible to vote. But if age is equal to 17, then this statement is going to be false and we are going to be put in the else block. But not here we are going to get output that is eligible to vote because our age is 20. At the same time, if you are having age is equal to less than 18 or 16, for example, then you are not going to eligible for vote. So this is a simple example of if statement. Now check if else choice. What this if else is going to be say you that it is a double path logic. When you need to cover both pathways, you're doing the something when the we have to check the condition is true and the fallback when the we have to check that condition is false. So this is having just this syntax that if the condition then runs when it is true or else it is run when it is false. Here one of the example that I have shown you that now the number is 11, right? So this is an we have put taken a variable that is num and put the value that is 11, and now we will check the condition that if num modulo 2 is equal to 0, then it is going to print even or else it is going to print the odd. Now what did this happens, the modulo checks the remainder. Now if it is completely divisible by 2, the remainder is obviously going to get 0, and if it is not completely divisible by 2, we will get something else remainder apart from 0. So for that time, now 11 is modulo 2, we will get some remainder, we will get remainder as 1. So this is an odd number, so it will not check the condition is false, it will go in the else group and you will going to see the output that is an odd. Now the third one is that if-elif-else ladder. So what happens here, you are going to have the multiple choice breaks, means multiple branch you are going to get when there are more than two possibilities. At that time the checking sequential and checking it checks sequential and stop immediately where it got perfect match. Now check here, if the condition 1 is true, the action 1 is going to be complete, else if the condition 2, then action 2, or else the fallback action, then this is going to be as like your ladder. Now check here the grade calculation example. Now marks is equal to 82. Marks here we are having 82 marks. But if a marks is greater than 90, then we are going to print grade A plus. And if marks is greater than 75, we are going to put grade A. And else we are always going to put the grade B. Now here we are going to get result that is grade A. Why? Because check here, marks are greater than 90. Now 82 is compared with 90. Now 82 is not greater than 90. So this block will not execute. So this grade A will not execute. But the elif ladder or this statement, it checks marks that is 82 is greater than 75. Then this statement is going to be executed and grade A is going to be printed as your output. I hope you understand this very well. Now the next is nested if else. This nested if else we are going to use on the decision inside decision. Means we are going to get decision inside that decision. We are having another one. Means if loop is presented and inside that if loop you are getting one more if condition loop. So this is going to place inside another, and this allow evaluate secondary details only if initial checkpoint is succeed. So the syntax in this way, I hope this you are not looking clearly, but you will understand this is very easy that I will show you. Okay, but check the example that with the help of example we can understand age is equal to 22 and citizen is equal to true if age is greater than 18 and if the citizen is equal to given one citizen place value and at that time we have given the age is 22, right? And we will check age and if the citizen is from that place then it is going to print voter is approved or else it will print voter is not approved. So this is the use of nested if else. So here somewhat there is an overlap between the text, so manage it wisely. Now the next is about logical operator. Combining rules evaluate multiple Boolean statements together inside a single conditional setup. Now look here and it first checks, I have taught this in the previous lecture also, all checks must be true. Then and it is going to send the true. But or it will test it at least one must be true, then it will say that the all statement is true. Not it is an exact reverse. So this is a code demonstration of the logical operators that if age is greater than 18 and the salary is greater than 30,000 then you are going to get the loan is approved print or else if the attendance is greater than 25 or the you are having medical certificate then you are going to approve for the exam. So this and see that at least you have at least means all the checks must be true, this must be true, age must be true and salary also must be true, then only you are going to get loan. But the or condition checks that attendance is greater than 25 or medical certificate. Attendance should be mandatory or medical certificate. In between these both, one should you have. One you should have true. Means attendance should be greater than this means 75% and medical certificate you should have. I mean from this both one should you have then and then only you are going to allow for the exam. So this is the use of and operator and the or operator. So before moving to the coding part, what you have to adjust it, just you want to watch some common mistake that we are going to make. The forgetting columns at the end of this operator. See, here the columns are not mentioned, but here the column is mentioned, semicolon. So this is an correct way. We are getting indentation error. Python is an generally looking for proper indentation. So we should have to put very proper indentation. If check so here is we should come across that indentation error. Now there is an assignment value then if age is equal to 18. So this is an wrong statement. So we should put like this age is equal to 18. So this is an correct way. So assignment value and equal to value we are going to differentiate. Two equal to we have to put. So you are having just these two examples we can see clearly. Let's come to the pie chart. See here, one more thing I would like to tell you about input thing that is input. Whenever we have want to take the input from the user side, we are going to use the input function. See here, I have taken the name is equal to input and enter your name. And whenever I run this query, I will or I want to enter my name that is Omii and see. Now you are going to see get the output. So this is an input function that we will take input from the user side. Also, what happens if we see the type of the input function? So it is always going to return the string. So that's why let's see check example here. I have taken the similar example, but at the print statement I have given type name. So that type is an string type. So make sure that you will remember that input function is always going to give the output in the string format. So type is another thing is that here I have put an example that converts a value into the boolean that is true or false, and we have given some print a boolean number 0 and nothing empty space, or we have given string. So what the values they are going to give you? When the number is given 1, then you are going to see the true. Means 1 is act like true, but when you put 0 and you check the boolean value, then it is act like false. But whenever there is an empty space, so that is also an false. But you put any string inside, then it will show the true value. So this is all about boolean values conversion and input function. Now see the example. Look here, the password example for if else. Okay, the password is equal to input, and we have to enter the key. And if password is equal to Python 123, then it is going to be print login successfully. Example of Instagram, similar Instagram password. Similar, this logic is going to be used. And else print incorrect passcode. So let's run this query and see. I will put password as an just Python, and it will show me the incorrect passcode. Why? Because I have put the incorrect password. That's why it show incorrect passcode. Now the second example is of an even number and odd number, as example mentioned in our slide. So let's check with 11 only and see the output is going to be see as an odd number, because it will check the modulus. Number modulo 2 is equal to 0, and modulus operator generally checks for the remainder. Make sure that. So in this way we have completed this our uh, conditional statements and all that things. And for the next lecture, be sure that you are going to watch and like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day.